Welcome to your natal chart report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. We, of course, are going to be looking into the nature, of course, of how magical your Virgo energy is. You have a very unique alien construct dynamic because your moon is exactly on Pluto, and then your sun is in the sign of course, Saturn. So you actually have a bit of a bridge construct with this Saturn concept. So I'm going to share this alien construct article. One thing you wanted to know is about your supernatural powers and abilities, and that is a huge element of that. This alien construct article is really going to go in at length towards really providing a really good initial understanding of how specifically to see these gifts and abilities. So a lot of this alien construct article is you want to look at, you can read the whole article. It's going to explain how to see these, right? But basically, you have the power alien construct and the vessel alien construct. I'm a vessel of Saturn. You have Saturn power, and then you have Pluto vessel. So you can sense negativity, discover other secrets, reflect power back to others. Saturn power, you can literally manifest anything from your heart into 3D. You can create sacred forms and altars, turn time backwards and forwards. And so to really now put this in context as this really applies with Virgo here, because you have the North Node as well, as a Capricorn rising, you are the God level personality. You are the director goddess in this sense, the embodiment of integrity. This gives some matter manipulation ability, but now because your sun is in the 9th house, all right, in Virgo, you are the teacher of behavior. You're destined to be the dean of your own college, whether this is formally as a teacher or informally just by being yourself. You're taking the resources of your attitude and your divine skills, and you're supposed to take your divine skills and abilities and to use that to teach society the right way to live their life. This is very key because now Venus has the goddess of beauty here in Lilith, which now polishes beauty in how you perfectly finesse the expression of this philosophy. And Saturn is a very disciplined indicator of how you live and teach this living of your life, that with karma of Saturn and destiny of the North Node, you literally have the supernatural ability to manipulate the details of other people's and your own destiny. Like you can literally manipulate and control the karma of destiny, not just for yourself. This is, for an example, bestowing karmic penalties because someone's behavior, you know what I'm saying, inconvenienced you, and now you could be like, you will never, drive a car normally again. And that's a very wacky example, but like that's kind of the power that comes here. You are effectively teaching people how to get out their own way so that they can live the life they're destined to live. You are bringing awareness for people on how to take the imagination over how they can live their life and teach them how to do that. Once again, this doesn't have to be formally. And so with Virgo, this is also going to give mastery of manifestation ability, the market, bargaining, and influence. Saturn is going to give you chronokinetic ability here. That is supernatural, I'm not going to lie. The ability to now really manipulate timing, especially now because Saturn rules your chart. So with Saturn's rulership of your chart, this is what is effectively and powerfully facilitating this element of how your integrity of how you really teach and are aware of behavior and modification of behavior not only go a long way, but you were born with a Taurus signature. So the moon in Libra makes you the classic master. You understand the social balance and the social persona of one's behavior. Okay. And with Pluto on the moon, compounding to the quality of this alien supernatural power, it goes a long way towards your ability to not only extremely sense the psychoanalysis of someone's character, but it puts you in a position to also really step into the sense of how, you know, powerfully you can sense negativity, you can sense shade from people. People are going to take actions towards you, and you can sense the deeper meaning and the intent behind those actions. And you have to trust that, because this makes you such an extremely powerful soul. Connected to the MC, you now understand how to transform your legacy and to be the social leader. And so it's this extreme sense of balance that gives you a zero tolerance for injustice and unfairness. You do not play that. You do not like that. And now, relative to the superpowers this bestows, you'll see that in the alien construct article, but we also want to take into account the nature of, with Mars that squares this in Cancer, the sincerity or lack of authenticity that you may have to deal with other people will frustrate heavily the soul power. And it's going to really serve as a hyper intuitive element to help you know who to trust. But because this is also second house from your Virgo sun, is the application of your analysis to manifest unconventionally a lot of money. All right. We also see that Mars square in the seventh is going to have you assertively feel your way towards how you connect with other people, which opens up a lot of vulnerability because of this extreme intensity. There could be a fear of really sharing how you feel towards others because of how they can take it the wrong way. Meanwhile, you have Neptune in the 12th. Neptune rules the 12th house. So having Neptune in the 12th is a version of a supernatural ability. You also have clairvoyant superpowers that you have to hold out in faith to believe what you're seeing. Because the analysis of Virgo that's going to painstakingly, in the most disciplined and polished of ways, analyze what you exalt in the ninth house to see is real, because you can show people the details. Well, it's going to clash with the hidden sense of your clairvoyant visions, which are not going to be linear at all. So the integrity of Saturn makes linear the non-linear nature of your clairvoyant visions that will attach to a real 3D basis. So this is supernatural. There's nothing normal about this. This is what's going to be able to help you look beyond the physical and then find a physical world competent to make sense of it. This is you watching somebody, like you're talking to someone, and then you suddenly, your moon Pluto feels suspicious about if they're trustworthy. And as you feel that, this is the sextile to Neptune, as you feel that, hey, I don't know if I could trust this person, behind that person, a truck passes and you see snake. And it's like, okay, now Neptune and Sag showed you a truck of a snake looking deceptively behind that person, and now you non-linearly, in a roundabout way, discern that, oh, this person's a snake, I shouldn't trust them. Now that's non-linear. There's nothing that's logical about that, except you ended up being right. And that's how, in really just believing what you see, a lot of these visions can even come off as just thoughts that happen really quickly. But this is where Mercury and Jupiter trining this add so much more passion and expansive exhilaration and joy and fire to now the strength of how much more magical you facilitate these experiences. Surrendering and giving up into faith as well into these dynamics really ascends the transcendent quality of what you're being shown relative to the analysis that you maintain and are destined to. This now brings us to Uranus in the 11th as well, because now Uranus in your 11th house is going to go a long way to really challenge the innovative quality of where you feel you belong and the unconventional nature as well of your attitude, and also how uniquely you facilitate the transformation of who is around you. Because remember, the ruler of your 11th is in your 10th house on your MC and moon. So this is going to really make your impact in these social spaces very, 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 very unconventional, very, very unique, very controversial. all right? And the Leo part of your brain is going to want to express what's on your heart, but Uranus is going to challenge the wisdom of how and when to express it and how to really, denote this very shakeup of these principles with how you instill this element of wisdom. Opposite your Chiron, by the way, which now induces another superpower. Chiron in Taurus is natural healing. And in the fifth house, you have a very creative way with which you can physically touch people and shift stuck energy, whether with Reiki or just your presence. And these are actual energy that you can harness. Uranus opposite this, which I noticed with people born around this period are in a massage therapy or they just know how to massage people. You guys know automatically where to touch people to shift stuck energy and to heal people. All right. And this is really textbook natural healing. Mercury is going to be the fire and expansive element of passion to really add more literal heat to and passion to what it is you're facilitating, which is once again really exciting. And with that being said, we also know you have Juno so close to the DC, which is going to really influence the quality of your relationships with other people. But that, in a nutshell, is a small way of how to look at your chart. Your super self is going to be attached to your soul, okay? Which you are the vessel of Hades here. And your MC is connected to your higher self. So you really exalt this soul manifestation to really bring into form a whole lot of this intellectual willpower from your soul. And this is what sets you up as the director goddess, all right? The goddess level personality with the social spirit in Virgo and the social soul in Libra, making you, of course, the social with the collective personality, the collective representation of this social power and perspective. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Once again, I'm providing the Alien Construct article to really just give you more insight into how to really discern this element of your superpowers and how that makes up who you are compared to a lot of readings that I do. You definitely have the more rarer alignment of alien constructs. Everything with Virgo has to do with precision. So trust, you having 17 degrees Moon and Pluto is not a coincidence. That is a signature of how on point you are. 17, 17, 17, 17. I've never seen a chart like out of hundreds of charts I read, I will see a chart like this every 2 or 5 out of 100. It is that rare. So that speaks a lot about you. And I hope you enjoyed this report. You stay blessed as always.